Hello and welcome back, artists and designers. Today we are going over our monogram project here. So on page 1, we are doing our initial monogram rough drafts. This is where we take our pencil sketches and we translate them into digital versions. So you are exploring fonts, you are trying different things out, you're taking, at least 3 ideas. You can see I have a whole bunch here, and you're just testing things out. And you're going, what can I do? What works? What doesn't work? After you have this, you're going to get some feedback from peers, and then we're going to move to step 2. So step 2, we need to pick our best idea and add a new artboard and do some iteration. So I'm going to go ahead and add a new artboard. It's really easy to do. When you have nothing selected, nothing selected over here, you're going to see the artboards option right over on this side, and we can hit artboard and then add. Oh, no, I don't see it over here. Maybe we have to hit the artboard tool right here. There we go. I'm going to click on that, and now we see the artboard add right here. So let's add a new artboard over here, and over on this one, this is where we're going to do our refinements. So I've added another artboard over here, and I'm going to take my best idea and I'm going to translate it over here, and I'm going to do at least 3 different versions where you're making subtle changes. Now, I don't know if this is my best idea, but I went ahead and put this over here, and I did a few more versions of this one idea where I was tweaking and adjusting and trying out different formatting on that one single idea. So you can see the difference between step 1, where you have a whole bunch of ideas, different directions, and then over in the refinement step, you have one direction and you're exploring subtle different changes to that. So that's the main difference. You're trying to get closer to that finished product where you're like, okay, this is my best idea. Once you have this, get a little bit more feedback, and hopefully you're ready to move to the final step, which is to do our mock-up page. So let's go ahead and add our 3rd page over here. I'm going to go ahead and deselect everything. I'm going to hit the Edit Artboards in the Properties panel, and then go ahead and hit one more to add a 3rd artboard here so that I have my 3rd artboard ready to go. So at this point, I think I have selected my winning design. I'm going to go ahead with this design right here, and I'm going to say that that is my ultimate idea, and I'm going to take my revisions and I'm going to put those on my page over here as well. I'm just going to make them a little bit smaller and arrange them kind of nicely on here. So I'm going to take this and just kind of try to get these grouped up and put together in a slightly nicer format so that you can see the process that I went through. So I'm just kind of getting these arranged right here and kind of seeing what they look like. I guess I don't have this one either. Oh no, I do have that one. I don't have this one, but I think I'll just leave that one out of it. So this is my final monogram right here. I've got my other ones down below. I'm going to go ahead and add kind of a block of color behind this just to add a little something else. So let's go ahead and grab the rectangle tool just to put a little bit of color back here and maybe decide to make this. I think I'm going to go with like kind of a goldish color here. So let's select this. Go ahead and pick my color sliders and just select something a little bit different. Maybe something a little bit more along the lines of that, like this golden kind of yellowy orange color, and let's see how that looks. Let's go ahead and range that, send that to the back. There we go, so that my logo is going through it. Now, you will see that I have used white on here, so I am going to need to get rid of that white if I want to have just the 2 color. I will need to do some steps to get rid of that. So I'm going to quickly show you guys how to do that. So I'll go ahead and let's lock this object and lock that. Lock selection. There we go. And now I'm going to select this. I'm going to go ahead and take this right here. I could leave it as it is. I could make a copy. I'm going to go ahead and move it over here so that I have a backup copy just in case. So let's go to this. I got to ungroup it first. So let's ungroup that. And we're going to have to create outlines for our letters. So I'm going to select my letters because that's still editable text. So I'll go ahead, select those, and then can I do create outlines? Here we go. Create outlines, and now it's outlines, and I'm going to actually try to punch this out of this shape. So I'm going to go ahead and have those selected. I'm going to select my background piece, and I'm going to grab my handy dandy shape builder, and I'm going to go ahead and hold my my Alt key, and I'm going to go ahead and punch those letters out of the background. Let's zoom in, make sure I got all the parts right there. There we go. Get rid of that one. Whoops. Got rid of too much. Alt. And there we go. So now I was able to kind of punch those letters out so that I can see right through it. So I don't think I need this extra copy. I'll just throw that up here. All right, final step. Let's go ahead and get this mocked up on a product or two. So I went ahead and I pulled a couple things up here. I searched for a hoodie, a kind of blank hoodie. I found this one that I want to mock this up on. So I'm going to go ahead and right click. I'm going to copy the image, and then I'm going to head back over to Illustrator. I'm just going to go ahead and paste this in here. And I have a feeling this is going to go in pretty big. It does. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the corner of this, hold Shift, make sure you hold that Shift key. I'm going to scale this down and put this right over here. And let's mock this up so that we can kind of see what this looks like on here. So I can take this hoodie, I'm going to zoom in. This, I've already made it transparent. Ooh, I got to group that together here. So let's go ahead and group that again because I ungrouped it. I'm going to hold Alt, drag it right over here. It's not in front of the hoodie, so let's go ahead and send that hoodie to the back. Arrange, send to back, and there we go. I take my graphic, and let's just mock that up and see what it looks like. Now, I know it's not perfect because I have the hoodie strings going over top of it. I'm not going to worry about that too much right now. Maybe I just want to put this in the corner on the chest and see what that looks like. So the whole idea is that we put this on here, we kind of see what it looks like on an actual product and go, okay, that looks kind of cool. That has the effect and the look that I wanted. So you can go around and search for some different items that would fit your look and see what you want to mock it up on. I went ahead and pulled up a bucket hat as well. So let's try this. Whoops, I mean to click on it. Let's go ahead and close that up. Let's see if we can copy image, drop that back in here too. Paste. Whoa, that went in really large. Let's go ahead and scale that down. So scale this down quite a bit. And I think we're going to need to crop this image a little bit. So we can do that. We can hit crop image right up top here. And let's go ahead and adjust our cropping so that we don't get all that extra white space. And again, this isn't a perfect solution, but it gives you a general idea of what things are going to look like. So I'll take that right here and let's mock up our logo on that. So I'll go ahead and take this one and let's move that up here. Bring that to the front, and then the only thing is I see it is black and I need to have this white on here. So let's go ahead and translate this into white. Most of this is fills. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can just switch this over to a white fill. And that kind of worked, except I had strokes here. So I'm going to go in here and make a quick little adjustment. Let's go ahead and flip those, get rid of that. Let's grab this, flip those, get rid of that, and I now have what I want here to go ahead and put on that hat. So let's take this design, drop this over here on the hat, and see what that looks like on my hat right there. So now I've got my bucket hat with my logo on it as well. And that's what we're doing here for this final step. You're going to mock this up. Don't forget to add in your name on here so that we can see your full name, your mocked up products, your final graphic with your revisions that led you to that final graphic, and there you go. So have some fun mocking up your projects and make sure that you go through that whole process. You start with your rough drafts, move up to the refinements, and then that final step we're kind of doing our mock up there. So have some fun, and I'll see you in the next video.